My name is Samantha Horowitz, and I'm here with Duncan Palmer, and we will be talking about the effects of mobile computing on society. Duncan is a senior at Rochester Institute of Technology, and I chose Duncan for this interview because he has a strong background in computer science and a forte in technology and gaming devices. So thanks for being here.
Thanks for having me.
So my first question for you is, how do you think that mobile devices have positively altered society?
Well, it pretty much got rid of letters.
Totally.
And increased the, accessibility to internet. Internet's a huge thing. You can now easily contact people, emails, and...
It's that instant connectivity.
Correct.
Now, how do you think that mobile devices have negatively impacted society?
Well, I believe it's taken away from interaction between people. No longer... At a company, people no longer go to their offices. They just send an email, or you don't get a postcard home. You get an email home, and people don't talk to each other anymore.
And it's also, how do you think it deals with face-to-face interactions? How has it changed human interaction and the way that we interact with each other? Because I know that my interactions with people have definitely changed because of technology. What do you think?
How's interaction changed?
Yes. Humans, face-to-face interactions.
I think they run out of things to talk about. Or they just can't communicate. I guess maybe you'll get more introvert people now because they haven't had practice with talking to each other, and they don't do it often. So when somebody has to hold a conversation with somebody for more than...
It's a lot harder.
3 minutes, it's harder.
Of course. Now, what area do you think that mobile computing is used most?
Obviously the cell phone or laptop. Those would be my two.
Right. Now, what about different kinds of people? Like maybe older people versus younger people, or men or women? I mean, in your life, how do you use mobile computing as opposed to your mom or something?
I use my cell phone mainly for text messages and phone calls. Mm-hmm. And then my mother uses it for work, which is probably the same, similar, but I use my laptop not so much for emails, but for playing computer games.
Okay.
Or I use it for fun, as where my mother really just only uses it for work. She sends way more emails than I do.
Right.
She talks with other people about other things. If I email, it's email to my professor.
Right.
And
so it's a different use of technology for professionals as opposed to students.
Yeah.
Totally. Now, what aspects do you think still limit the expansion of mobile computing in our society today?
Well, we still have to plug things in. So battery life is probably huge. Wi-Fi in other parts of the world, it's becoming free and everywhere. Here you still have to pay for your own subscription.
Right.
People put passwords on everything. And then there's the long debate of computer chip speeds and size doubling every year. Mm-hmm. Will that continue, or will it stop? I don't know. The debate is if it's a line or if it's a logarithmic function. Will it eventually decay off? So I think the size of things, taking things from a large phone that used to have to be carried in a bag to the size of an iPhone now, or a Droid. Will it eventually get smaller? Will it eventually go in our hand?
Right.
So the size is probably a huge factor.
Mm-hmm.
Battery life, speed of the computer. That's a big one.
Awesome. And my last question is, which future development of mobile computing is most important? What do you think in the future is going to be most impactful?
I think size is a big one, but just computing power. It used to be, now my computer or my phone has more computing power than the space shuttle did, or the Mars program. Yeah.
Wow.
The lunar module has less computing power than probably a microwave. So maybe not a microwave, but is now readily available, but also what we can do continuing going forward, making, in my field as a math major, there's a big problem of finding very, very large prime numbers, and that requires a very large amount of computing power.
Right.
A lot of supercomputers tied together. Will we eventually be able to do that on one computer, making it smaller so everybody can have a supercomputer?
Right.
And so,
And dealing with the hardware and the software, right?
Mhm.
Awesome.
Yeah.
All right. Thank you so much.
You're
Have
welcome.
a wonderful day.
Thanks.
Bye.